Good morning. Patrick Lencioni is a best-selling author for business and management books. Y'all may know his most famous book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Today, though, I want to bring to your attention one of his newer books, The Ideal Team Player. Hello, my name is Gene Clark, and thanks for taking the time to join me this morning and check out my book summary. Before I get started, I just want to let everybody know that every other Monday, I do plan on uploading a book summary that I believe can help enhance the leadership skills of anybody that's willing to check out that book. Then Friday the following week, I'll be posting my review and opinions on said book. If this is something that interests you, I'd really appreciate it if you'd check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I plan on uploading more summaries and reviews like this. So with that said, let's get to the ideal team player. The book starts out with a fable about Jeff Stanley, a man looking to make a change in his life. Somewhat out of the blue, Jeff's uncle is suddenly forced to retire from a business that he has spent his lifetime building due to health issues, and he is putting Jeff, an outsider in the industry, in charge of it. Thrown into a position of leadership during a time when this company is undergoing unprecedented growth, but also unprecedented company cultural issues, Jeff is worried about the move. So while meeting with his top 2 employees, they delve into what they would be looking for in a new employee. Not so much from a skill standpoint, but from a cultural standpoint. Who would they want to work with? And initially the answer was as off color as you would expect in a closed door management meeting. However, after really taking the time to dive deep into the topic and reviewing the qualities that they admire in their current personnel and previous coworkers they've worked with through the years, they came up with 3 skills that they believe were necessary for the ideal team player. And those skills were humble, hungry, and smart. Now, before we dive deeper into this, notice that no one is saying this is the formula for the perfect team player. It is called the ideal team player. This is simply Patrick's formula for finding the best cultural fit. And you're looking for someone that when comparing apples to apples, skill-wise, now you can figure out who's going to fit into your company culture and how to build a great company culture. So back to the skills, or virtues as the book refers to them as: humble, hungry, and smart. From the outside, humble seems pretty straightforward. No one wants to work with someone who takes all the credit for everything. No one wants to work with someone that brags about all their accomplishments or how they're carrying the team, or how if it wasn't for them, nothing would get done. However, it actually goes deeper than that. Humble is the ability to let go of ego and see how everyone around you is contributing. Humility is something that we all need and we should all strive for. And because it's easy to let ourselves get carried away and get a big head if we focus on our own accomplishments. And that's okay from time to time. In fact, part of humility is not downplaying your own skills and your own contributions. You have to be humble enough to admit when you need help and admit when you don't know it all. And remember that this is a team. However, you have to be confident enough to know that when you've got the skills that can help a team member or help accomplish a task faster, more efficiently, you've got to go out there and put yourself in that situation when others might not be humble enough to ask for your help. Next, we move on to hunger, and you can probably guess what this is referring to. The hunger is referring to your drive, your passion, your enthusiasm, and your ambition. You should want everyone to have these traits. Without them, you're looking for someone that is lazy, someone that has no passion, doesn't care about the business. They have no desire to go above and beyond because they have no desire to learn and move up. The skills need to be in balance with humble, though, as you can imagine. Otherwise, this is more dangerous than any of the virtues. If someone is too hungry, they can easily overpower everyone in the group and lead to someone putting their personal goals and ambitions ahead of the team. And then we end up in Patrick's other book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And the last virtue is smart. Now, smart doesn't mean you need people that are smart enough to do the job, people that are street smart or book smart, and Patrick isn't referring to people that have a high IQ either. No, when the ideal team player talks about smart, it means somebody that's people smart or has emotional intelligence or EQ, as the new buzzword goes. And that all starts with self awareness. That's knowing your attitude, your tone, your body language, taking those and developing goals to improve in those areas. Then it involves reading others and their emotions and how they're interpreting what you're saying to them and how you're perceiving them and their body language, their tone, their emotions. And then once you've got all that, then it's knowing when to communicate with your regular style of communication and when you should adjust your style to fit the situation or the individual or the group that you're addressing at that time. And those are the three virtues of the ideal team player. They all make sense when you think about them, and they're all very straightforward. Who wouldn't want to work with someone that fits that criteria? Everybody wants to work with someone that has all those skills and an environment that encourages and fosters those virtues. Now, please keep in mind, today's video was merely a brief summary. I'll be putting out a much more in-depth review a week from this Friday. So please go read the book before then. I've got a link in the description to where you can buy the book off Amazon. And then come back after you've read it and watch my review and give me your thoughts and opinions. And before you go, one last thing, my question of the day for everyone out there: what books are on your list to read in 2019? Was this one of them? Are there any other Patrick Lencioni books on that list? Please let me know in the comment section down below.